That's exactly what's happening with girls today. We talked about this in identity. They're looking at themselves, and because we live in a pornified culture and we see that's the perfect body and this isn't, and I haven't, it leads to depression with young people. It leads to girls not eating or feeling depressed about their shape or the way they are. How many young girls today, I've seen on 60 Minutes and Current Affair, young girls as young as 17, 16 are getting breast implants. Why? Because they're not perfect enough. It's madness. Plastic worlds. We're changing our appearances. Why? I'll tell you why we're changing our appearances. Because there's something in us, deep inside our souls, that is not satisfied. There's a longing. And I believe it's a God longing. And what we do is externally we try to manifest ourselves to look a particular way, when in reality we're really hurting inside. It's just a manifestation of somebody's spirit or somebody's soul. And isn't it funny that we find value in appearance? If I change my face, I'll get more photographers looking at me and I'll be able to get more attention on me, so I'm going to change the way I look. If I change my boobs or do things down there and change myself, I'll be attracted to my partner more. Can't we just love each other for the way that we've been created? Look at the vanity, Look at the vanity of the world that we live in. It's tragic. Sexualization practices may function to few girls as objects of sexual attraction and beauty. If young women are seen exclusively as sexual beings, rather than people with many interests, talents and identities, boys and men may have difficulty relating to them on any level other than the sexual. So the first thing that happens is when you meet a woman, instead of seeing her the way you really should see her, you firstly see her as a sexual object. You speak to guys that have been addicted to pornography and they'll say exactly the same thing. You sit in a classroom and you look around the classroom, and instead of thinking about maths or thinking about the subject that you're doing, if you've been looking at pornography, you're looking around the room and you're either thinking about the fantasies of what you've seen in the past week or something, or you're looking at a girl and you're objectifying her. Let me talk to you men for a second. What sort of man are you going to be? How does the world define manhood today? And you know what's really sad? And I'm talking to you ladies now. What sort of expectations have you got when it comes to a man? Are you lowering your standard because the world has? Are you lowering your standard to what you expect out of a man? Because I wouldn't. A man is a natural provider and a protector and should honour and respect and love the person that he has like Christ loved the church. We got boys today that will swear and say disgusting things in front of a woman and even say sexual things in front of them, and they think it's okay. See how blinded they are to what respect is all about? And yet girls put up with it. Don't put up with it. Set standards above that. I see girls and guys in my classrooms, year 7, saying every swear word you could think of until I reprimand them and they stop doing it. And I think, how desensitized. We don't even think it's offensive anymore. What's coming of this world today? I dread the world that my granddaughter's going to live in. It's only going to get worse, but it starts with you guys. You guys are our next generation of leaders. You guys can make a difference. It only takes one person to have a different mindset and do something to change. You guys can't walk out of here without saying you didn't learn anything. You learned something. You might have disagreed with it, but you learned something. And when you have knowledge, it means power. And then you can bring wisdom into it by saying, you know what, maybe this dude is saying something that I need to really think about, and take an evaluation. Stand in front of a mirror and say, am I the best person I can be for the community that I live in, with my mind and my body?